Om Shanti. Good morning. Are you able to hear?
Yes, sister.
So today we'll be reading Baba's Murli for 3rd December 1979. And in the Murli, Baba has spoken about children who are benefactors of the world. The title of the Murli is Only World Benefactors Can Become the Masters of the World. So Baba has explained in the Murli, the first half that we'll be reading today, about how now is the time for children to be the benefactors of the world. And Baba has said that just as in the present time we have different mediums of communication like the mobile or the telephone or the videos like TV, for example, we can see pictures and hear sounds from far, and we can get the news of things happening from far away. In the same way, with the power of silence, we are able to send, we are able to see the suffering, the pain that our brothers and sisters are going through. And with this power of silence, we'll be able to give them what they want. So, how can we do that? So, Baba says, Bap Dada is constantly pleased to see all his children as world benefactors. The Father, as the unlimited world benefactor, constantly has the one thought of benefiting everyone in the world immediately. All of his thoughts are especially based on this. This is the seed of his thoughts. All the rest are the variety of details of the tree. In the same way, everything the Father says is constantly filled with methods to benefit you children. His eyes constantly give you children a searchlight to benefit you. On his forehead is the tilak, which is the memorial of you benefactor children in the form of jewels. Every act he performs is benevolent. The Father's thoughts, words, and eyes are constantly filled with benevolent feelings and good wishes for you children. Similarly, no matter what you children are doing, whether you are running your limited households or acting as instruments for running a service center, let there be constantly benevolent feelings for the world. Constantly keep all the souls of the world emerged in front of you. No matter how far away souls may be, in your awareness, they should constantly appear to be close to you or in front of you. You have a picture for service of the future form of Sri Krishna holding the globe in of the world in his hands, because he is the master of the world. The globe of the world is shown in his hands. Similarly, because you are world benefactors at present, in your hands, in your heads, all souls of the world are close to you. Even though someone may be in America or somewhere else far away, whilst you sit here, you're able to give that soul rays of peace and power within a second on the basis of your elevated feelings and good wishes. In the same way, you master sons of knowledge can give the light of benefit to the world. Even though you may be far away, time and sound have become very close because of the facilities provided by science. Through aeroplanes, time has come very close so that you're able to reach far distant places in a very short time. Because of telephones, the voice of others are very close to you. You would be able to hear the voice of a person in London as though that person is talking in front of you. Similarly, television enables you to experience any scene and people to be in front of you, even though they may be far away. Science is your creation, and you are the master creators. When you use your power of silence, you can hear the sound of any soul, no matter how far away in the world that soul may be. Which sound is it that you hear? Baba says the instruments of science enable you to hear the sound of their voices, but they cannot enable the sound of their minds to reach you. Through the power of silence, you should be able to hear the sound of the mind of any soul as clearly as if that soul was physically speaking in front of you. You should be able to see that soul's peacelessness of mind and state of sorrow as clearly as you would see a scene or a person on TV. Just as you're able to see and hear everything as soon as you plug it in and make a connection and switch it on. In the same way, as soon as you connect yourself to the Father and switch on your elevated feelings and good wishes, you would be able to experience souls who are very far away to be close to you. This is what is meant to be a world benefactor. What special method do you need? What special method do you need to adopt in order to create such a stage? The basis of all of this is silence. At the present time, you have to accumulate the power of silence. The sound of the mind comes in the form of thoughts. Finish the sound of the mind, that is, finish all wasteful thoughts and stabilize your mind in one powerful thought. When you condense the expansion of thoughts into their essence, your power of silence will automatically increase. When you condense the expansion of your thoughts into their essence, your power of silence will automatically increase. Wastage comes from extroversion and something powerful from introversion. In the same way, by finishing off any wasteful sound of the lips, when you make it powerful, that is senseful, you will be able to accumulate the power of silence. You will then see the wonderful evidence of the power of silence. Souls who live very far away will come and tell you, "You have shown me the light path. You have shown me the right path. You pointed out my destination to me. You called me and I have come to you." Your divine form will be very clearly visible on the TV in their foreheads. They will experience it so clearly that they will feel it to be as though they had really had a personal meeting with you. The power of silence will reveal such spiritual wonders. In the beginning, souls sitting far away had a vision of the form of Father Brahma and were signaled to go to a particular place. At the end, too, you special world benefactor souls will similarly play a unique part. However, in order to do this, you souls have to become completely free from all bondage. You have to become so free that you're able to perform whatever task is needed with whichever power at whatever time and wherever it may be. Only souls who are so completely free from all bondage can enable other souls to become liberated in life. So, do you now understand how high the destination is that you have to reach and how elevated is the form of your unlimited service? So, Baba is saying that your destination and the service that you are supposed to give to the world is so high. It is not the service through any physical means, but it's the service through the power of silence, the service that can only be done if we are free from all wastage and we are free from all bondage. If there is any wastage in our own thoughts, we will not be able to hear the sound of the thoughts of other souls. We will not be able to give them what they need. So we need to be free from all wastage and from all forms of bondage. So that Baba said that we can be present on service at any time, anywhere, and offer whichever power that the souls need. When you have this realization, you will be liberated from all types of labor. You will just have to make this one effort. Do you have the courage to do this? So Baba is asking children if we have the courage to be free from all bondage, to be free from all wastage, do we have the courage to take on this task, this elevated form of unlimited service? Those from Maharashtra have to carry out an elevated task. Those from Maharashtra have to perform this wonder. Only then will the speed of service increase so much that you will be able to reach anywhere in a second. Just by having the name Maharashtra, it should be easy for you to become great souls. So, those who live in Bharat in the state of Maharashtra should remember the name. And just as the name suggests that it's a Mahan Rashtra. So Baba says that it should be easy for the souls living in Maharashtra to become great souls. Mahan is great. So every act and word should be elevated. All of you residents of Maharashtra are this great, are you not? No matter who sees you, that soul should experience you to be a great soul. It is like this, is it not? What do you teachers think? Baba is asking the teachers, especially those who have come from Maharashtra. There are no problems in Maharashtra, are there? Wherever there are great souls, all problems come to an end. So Maharashtra means the Rashtra or the place of great souls. So your place and stage are equal, are they not? Simply remember that you are equal Number one soul. Number one souls are seen as victorious souls who have defeated Maya. It is like this, is it not? You don't have any questions such as what or why, do you? So Maya comes in the form of waste thoughts, especially thoughts like of what, why are the doors to waste thoughts. So Baba says that you're free from these wasteful questions. To those who are constantly powerful, to those who remain constantly stable in an elevated stage and in elevated thoughts, to those who are equal to the Father in being world benefactor souls, to those who remain constantly absorbed in the love of one, to such elevated souls, Bap Dada's love, remembrance, and namaste. So, this is the Murli for today, and so we can start the manthan. Anybody who wants to share can start sharing now. So, does anyone want to start sharing?
Om Shanti sister. Good morning.
Good morning.
Baba today says that if children have a sense of essenseful thinking, that is with a concentrated mind and a powerful silence, one can connect easily to others like telepathy and can listen to their thoughts, see their thoughts just as if they are sitting in front of you. As soon as we connect to Baba and immerse that soul in front of us. Thank you, Om Shanti.
Okay. So, anybody else wants to come forward and share? Today, Baba has talked especially about the power of silence, and Baba has made the comparison between science and silence. So, Baba said that uh, through the medium of science, we can see people from far distant places and hear them as though they are very close to us. And now, with the mobile phones, it's even closer. Uh, there is not even the need for a television. So, in through our mobile phones, also we can talk directly to those who are far away, as though they are present in front of us. We can speak to them as though they are in front of us. So, the world has become so close through the power of science. Baba said that science is your creation. So, with your creation, if you can bring people close, with the power of silence also, you can hear not the words that they speak from their mouth, but you can hear the sound of their minds, what they want, what's going on in their minds, what they really need. So, it's the power of silence that we need to accumulate. And so, very rightly, when our thinking is senseful, then we are able to accumulate the power of silence. Very true. Science is our creation and we are the master creators. So, yes, anybody else wants to add anything to this?
There's this one reflection that comes in is we say power of silence allows us to read people's mind, but how do one constantly practice this power of silence? Because there's so many things that comes up. I understand that thoughts is something which is a barrier, but how do one manage being in complete silence, which is, silence of mind as well? It's easy to be silent from the sound, but the mind keeps on, bothering with its own thoughts. So what's the practice that will allow to experience the power of silence?
Yeah, that is true that it's easier, relatively easier to be silent uh, from the mouth, so you don't speak anything. But to some, that even that is a bit difficult. So to keep the practice that we can adopt is, one at least once in a week and every day from keep have the habit of practicing silence from words. Uh, if we do it every day, let's say some from Amrit Vela up to 8 o'clock, when we just go to the Murli class, let us maintain silence so that we don't speak as far as possible, if that is possible, to keep silence and to not to finish all extroversion, to finish all talking by, let's say, 9:30, 10 at night, and one day in the week to practice silence from words. So that practice will help us uh, become more aware of kind of thoughts that we are constantly creating in our minds. Thoughts don't come on their own, we create those thoughts. So we are the creators of our thoughts also. But then we don't realize the kind of thoughts that we keep creating in our minds. So Baba says when you stop the baja of your mind, of your mouth, then your attention can go to your thoughts. So also Baba has said that to be in silence and to be able to experience this the sound of silence, the sound of thoughts from other people, our own inner clutter, our own inner uh, thoughts need to be silent. So one method Baba said in this Murli was to practice essenseful thinking, not to go into expansion of thoughts. And Baba has talked about that in many, many Murlis of how to, not get pulled into the maya of what, why, how, because once you get into that question, why, there's always a queue, a long queue of related questions and related thoughts. So the practice of Maun, of keeping silent, can help us become more aware, get in touch with our own thoughts, become aware of our inner chatter. And if we are able to control this inner chatter, then we are able to, then we'll be able to do the service for others.
Oh, Shamli, Baba also says that the wastage comes from the extroversion, and the introversion will make us powerful. So the effort requires here is to finding the waste, and then ending them all, putting a full stop, and then yeah, we'll have to realize that, and to make it powerful, yes, we'll have to become essence-full, and that's where the accumulation happens, and then eventually we become powerful. And I feel the the wastage comes, right, then there is a lot of energy is also wasted, time is also wasted, and we know the energy level that we accumulated to whatever extent, that is also wasted there. We depends on what the thought was, right? Depends on the quality of the thoughts. Then the draining happen at the energy level, so that one can really feel end of the day. So so the so when somebody who's very powerful, someone who doesn't really waste thoughts, and when we to some extent, this is said that they don't need to talk. Some of their expression will really talk what they are, what they need. They don't need to come into sound. So and especially that some who are very close to some person. It's like if you take datis, right? So most of the datis, they don't really talk, especially Gulzar Dadi, right? So this was heard from one of the sisters, that Dadi doesn't need to say what Dadi needs. Okay, so by looking at the face and seeing what the face, right? The senior sisters used to understand that. So that was also, some of the needs were coming in the form of thoughts, and then others were able to catch that. So I think that is also a practice of the silence, because of which they are able to get there. So there, yeah, the practice that I think one might have did is the staying in silence, or and practicing it more introversion.
Yes, that is true. The practice of introversion, definitely. Being introverted means being more attentive to what's going on in the inner world and not being focused on what's happening outside. And because we are in the world of action, whether we are running our limited households or we are attending to a service center, activities of a service center, there would be some amount of extroversion. But then Baba has said that even when there is the need to be in sound, then just like Baba, who always constantly has the thought of benefit for his children, so we children too should aim to have benevolent thoughts, good wishes for everyone, and wherever, if we remember yesterday's Avyat Murli, where Baba spoke about being a constant donor. So whoever comes to you, they shouldn't leave empty-handed. You should give them something, So if there is always this attention to give, to serve, to benefit others, uh, the attention to finish waste would be much, much more. And if it is not waste, then what is there to think about? So Baba has said that your mind should be filled with the ways in which you can benefit other people. And Baba said that you constantly have benevolent feeling and good wishes for others, just as Baba has benevolent feelings and good wishes for children constantly. So, apart from not knowing what not to do, it's also important to know what we need to do. Yeah, Shanti.
Yeah, sister, there are a couple of messages in the chat box. I will quickly read them.
Yeah.
Kirija Ben says, I'm a world benefactor soul. This is a memorial in form of Tilak. My spiritual father has just one thought: benefit all immediately. My father's eye is a searchlight. Benevolent feelings benefit souls. The only service thought. I stand with Sri Krishna, Brahma Baba, holding the globe and give far away our soul's rays of peace and power. I am master son of knowledge. And Radhamani sister says, science is our creation and we are the master creators. And then another message from Japan, when science can connect our thoughts and words so far away, I use power of silence in Karanda, beyond sound and merge all into essence, like fragrance, smile, silence spread across and across time and space. And then another message from the other message says, now we have to accumulate the power of silence, finish the sound of mind. Science, science is fabulous, brings the world close, but is more extroversion, but silence leads to introversion, a powerful torrento emerges and explodes all, power of silence, unlimited service. There are many, chat messages, and further, Japan says, a person who doesn't understand your silence will probably not understand your words. So, essential, powerful need of service. Silence is more powerful than proving a point. The Buddha epitome of silence. It is not an absence of, it is not an absence, but a presence, not an happiness, but a replenishing, fullness, silence, depth of cosmic energy. And just to add one point here about Janki Dadi. So this was heard in one of the class that Janaki Dadi tried being essential throughout her life, where Dadi did not waste even a single moment of time. So it was said that uh, um, Dadi did not have a good health, but still Dadi could, live up to 104 years. It is because Dadi remained or spent all her time in essence, or not being wasted even a single moment. So that was that was the result. The effort that he put and the result came out as um, the long lifespan that he had. Om Shanti. Thank you.
So the seniors are living examples for us, live examples for us to follow. About being essential and about being able to benefit souls through their silence, to have constantly the vision of benefit for all souls. And when we are practicing silence of both types of the mind and the mouth, I think it becomes much easier to become senseful. And in one of the Murlis, Baba has said that once you become aware and attentive to your thoughts, There will come a point where your thoughts will be those, you'll only have those thoughts that will come into action. Just what you need to do, and not many thoughts. For example, if we are given a task, the old habit is to have a number of thoughts of how it should be done, why it should be done, what if this happens, or what if that happens. So we do create, the old habit is to create a lot of thoughts for a given task and for people who are associated with that task. But an essential soul will have few thoughts, and only those thoughts that need to be need to come into action, and the thought will make things possible. So also in one of the Murlis, Baba has asked us children to practice getting things done through the power of silence, meaning create a thought, and that thought would um, just come into flotation. Very a very not odd everyday example is of someone who shared in the class one day, and they said, I want to go to Murli class, and I just create a thought that let me get an auto rickshaw so that I'll be able to go on time for the Murli class. So when I create that thought, I tell Baba that let there be someone waiting for me, or let me find a vehicle very soon. And every time they've created this thought, they are able to find an auto rickshaw. So they don't have to go down and wait and create thoughts like, oh, why is there no vehicle available? Am I going to be late again this time, etc. So also uh, to use the power of thoughts in our activities uh, in, is a powerful way. In a powerful way, uh, helps us to be more senseful, uh, more powerful in our thoughts. So to use silence more often, and to experiment with silence more often, to experiment with the power of thoughts will make us be able to do the service that Baba wants us to do. And the service is definitely something that will be carried out through the power of thoughts. So then I need to, just as I need to exercise my muscles, my physical body, to keep them in shape, to be able to lift weights and to be able to do my daily activities. So I also need to strengthen my spiritual muscles, strengthen the muscle of my thoughts, so that I can perform the task of world benefit. So yes, does anybody want to share? So what is the takeaway from today's session? So uh, all of you, would you like to come up with the takeaway from today's Murli?
Practicing silence with integrity for 2 hours every day. That's the takeaway for me. Not just silence of sound, but silence of mind as well.
To think less of what, why, how, and thus come into powerful silence.
Om Shanti, we must increase our resilience power and decrease our wasteful thoughts.
So let us get into the silent mode now. If we finished sharing, and there are a couple of chat messages. So now let us also, the takeaway from the Murli is to practice more silence. So let's get into that mode and be silent. Get into that introverted state. Create positive, powerful thoughts for ourselves and create positive, powerful thoughts for the world. Have pure feelings and elevated thoughts of benefit for the world. Even though at this moment I may not be able to hear the sounds of other people's minds, but I can gauge what is needed by the current circumstances. So, what uh, we understand of the world around us, and let us give out vibrations like a searchlight to the souls of the world. So I take this moment and pull my mind inwards, tuning in to my own spirituality, to my own inner qualities and values. Let me tune in to the silence of the soul. And in silence, there are great treasures. Everything becomes available through the power of silence. I reconnect with myself, and in this, I make a powerful connection with Baba, and with Baba as my companion, with Baba, the Almighty Authority. I come into the feeling of power, like Baba. I am powerful. Master, Almighty Authority, just like Baba, I am virtuous. Baba is the ocean of all qualities, all virtues, and I am his child, the master of all virtues, all qualities. And as I am filled with these qualities, I have the thought to, with Baba, serve the world and my brothers and sisters like Baba, giving searchlight to all souls. The Master, Son of Knowledge. With Baba, I spread the light of knowledge to souls of the world. And as I begin my day today, I also come into this consciousness that I am a world benefactor and my task as a Brahmin is to have thoughts of benefit for all souls. So through the day, let me have good feelings and good wishes for all souls. And let me practice a senseful thinking so that I'm free from the trap of wasteful thoughts, from the questions of what, why. As I practice being with Baba, it becomes easier to be senseful and powerful. Om Shanti.
Oh, Shanti. Thank you, sister. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Divine Family. We shall connect again tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a wonderful day. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.